Greetings and salutations, YouTubers. This is ZillaFan85, and I'm back today with my latest video. My latest, I guess we can call it figure review, if you will. Today we're going to go ahead. This is a nice little treat for you guys. We're going to take a look at my Eyepop Designs building figures. So these are really cool. They are, of course, by Eyepop Designs. It's a I believe he's a one-man army, kind of his own third party, owns his own business. He makes these 3D printed building figures that are used to scale in with your, Bandai, your 6-7 inch Bandai figures, as well as SH Monster Arts, NECA Godzilla figures, etc., so again, for Godzilla and kaiju, really cool. Like I said, he's does these 3D printed models. I believe the owner, is not only a fan of Godzilla and kaiju, but he's also into architecture, and you can really tell just by the detail work on these buildings. So let's go ahead though. Let's just kind of take a look at them here. Shouldn't be anything too huge of a review. Just kind of wanted to do this as a nice little treat. Just kind of showcasing though with the camera. As you guys can see, he makes all different types of buildings, all different sizes. I believe he even makes bridges, maybe even like military vehicles like tanks and stuff as well, I believe. So you can certainly get an assortment of different types of objects that you might want to have, because it's great to have some cityscaping, some diorama building around your Godzilla and kaiju figures. So you guys can see all the detail work. So you've got some buildings that are whole and in place, and then others, like I believe this is supposed to be the Capitol building in Tokyo, I believe, and that you can see is somewhat decimated there. So really cool, as well as some other buildings that have some damage on them, and even have some of the rubble on the bases of them. That's really cool. Really like all the detailing for that, and of course all the detail work done for the buildings themselves. See this really big one in the back that's really looks like it might have been hit by Godzilla's atomic blast or something. So very cool, just to showcase for you guys. And he sells different, you can either buy buildings in sets, or you can buy them individually. These here, I bought 2 different sets just to have a decent amount of buildings for displays, and picked out the ones that I wanted. They're fairly reasonably priced, but just kind of depends on what you're getting from him. But I was definitely very happy to pick these up. And as you can see, as far as like paint work goes, they're done in this sort of silverish gray main paint scheme for the buildings themselves. But you've also got, I'll show this one here, just bring it in closer for an example. You can see almost like a black wash that's done around the buildings as well, just to give some, sort of, I don't want to say wear and tear, but just some added layer of, being out in the elements, and just to give that more realistic type of look and feel to these buildings here. So it's not just a plain paint scheme, that there is, some weathering, I guess would be the best term, that's done for these. And you guys can see, and then of course on the bases, just flat, basically like a flat dark gunmetal gray. But really cool nonetheless though. I really like it. and like the big one here, and this one was actually a bonus. I didn't even order this one. He sent it to me just as an extra, and I really appreciate that, because I love the size of this building here. As you see, it's the largest one in the collection here, and all the battle damage that's been done to it, really awesome. So definitely appreciate all that. And again, all the rubble along the base there, so you can see it's all around as well, so it's not just on one side, but you guys can see all of that there. And that's just so cool looking, folks. So kind of really covers it as far as, you know, paint work and detail work done for the buildings themselves. Like I said, they're all different shapes and designs, so you can really add to your, you know, cityscape. Like I said, if you want to do diorama building, you know, having your kaiju figures set up amongst this display, and you know, definitely works, especially for the 6 to 7 inch scale figures. So, but anyways, so, and of course with that, as far as sizing goes, these are all different sizes, but they are meant to scale in, like I said, with your 6 to 7 inch Godzilla and kaiju figures. But you can see, just for an example, the smaller Capitol building there. I'll lift the camera up, and I was just doing inches here. So we are looking from the top of that, the Capitol itself, I would say it's probably about 1.5 inches. You know, that's for that one. And I'll just showcase a couple others. Now we'll just look at this one. It's kind of a good medium-sized building here. And as you can see, that one is about to the top of it, top of the roof there, about 4.25 inches, I would say. So again, just to kind of show you guys what you're working with. And then of course we'll take a look at the big boy right there. Let's bring him front and center. And as you can see here, he's definitely a tower of power here. So he's this guy is definitely about 9 inches in height. So, and of course if you wanted to convert to centimeters, you're always welcome to do so. But that's just to kind of show you guys what you're looking at as far as sizing of these buildings go. So that just kind of gives you guys this, you know, bit of a range of the different sizes of these buildings. So very, very awesome. Like I said, I'm really, really happy that I got these. And then just as a size comparison, I got my good old faithful, my SH Monster Arts 1989 Godzilla for you guys here. So just to see how he stacks up, I'll kind of jostle some of these around just so we can place him, just to kind of show how he stacks up amongst the buildings here. And just so you guys can see, but you can certainly see the way that it looks there, which is really cool. Like I said, these buildings are meant to scale with these types of figures, either your Monster Arts Godzilla kaiju figures or your NECA Godzilla figures, or, you know, your Bandai, you know, and other lines that are in that 6 to 7 inch range. But you can see though, overall they scale very, very well. Really makes for an awesome diorama display. So very, very cool. So let me go ahead and put him aside. And as I kind of touched on before, as far as pricing goes, these are all different. Like I said, you can buy sets of buildings or you can buy them plain Jane. Prices range. It just depends. Again, these are 3D printed and you know, hand painted by him and what have you. So these are a little bit pricier than some of your cheaper plastic looking buildings. But I've seen some of them go for, I've seen some of them as cheap as around $15 or so for like a smaller building, you know, $15 to $20. And then of course for some of your sets, you usually get better deals in sets. And plus I like having the extra for the diorama, like I said. So usually I've seen them around $40 to $50, or maybe even around $60 or so as well for some of the sets that he sells. So again, it just depends, but he's always listing. He's got an Instagram page where he lists you know, the buildings that he's currently got, as well as the best place to look to purchase these buildings is eBay. That's where I got mine from, and he's always got new listings available on there, so that's your best bet. But like I said though, Eyepop Designs buildings figures, absolutely fantastic in my opinion. These are really, really awesome. So if you guys are interested, I definitely recommend them. Other than that, though, folks, I think that about wraps it up for this video. We are currently nearing the end of September here at the time that I'm doing this video and gonna get it uploaded. So next up, we are, of course, heading into October, and I'll be getting ready for my spooky October reviews. So first up will probably be in the next couple weeks, I will be heading to Spooky Empire in Orlando. Got a weekend pass for that, so hopefully I'll be able to do like a haul video for that, like I usually prefer to do for the conventions and what have you. And then after that, I'd like to do at least one of my horror figures that I'm going to review. So should be a spooktacular fun time. But so guys, stay tuned for that. And otherwise, I would like to thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe, please feel free to do so. If you would like to like and or comment on any of my videos, please feel free to do so as well. And just remember, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, you be good to yourselves, and sayonara.